Hello everyone, Visuals832 back again finally with another review. This is the Bicycle Zombie Riders. It is from a Kickstarter campaign by Homerun Games, although it's from a different artist than the 8-bit decks. And we have branded and unbranded decks and a mini deck. As you can see, they're pretty similar. The branded one has Bicycle and Watch Your Back on top, and then Zombie Riders on the bottom. This one says Watch Your Back on the top, then it says Home Run from Homerun Games, and Zombie Riders on the bottom. Same with the Midi. And then you see there is a spade pip with a hand that's detached from the body, grasping it, and this one you get the same thing except it also has indexes like it is the face of a card, which is a little bit weird. On the side, the bicycle one says Magic Fitness Made in USA. This one says Black Deck Zombie Riders. Otherwise the same. And this one says manufactured by Homerun Games. That is the non-branded one. And this one says manufactured by the United States Playing Card Company. The top, poker on both of them and Homerun Games. Different seals as well. We'll get into that. The bottom, barcodes. And the branded one has trademark stuff. Unbranded has heart, spade, diamond, club pips, and little trademark stuff, I guess, for Homerun Games. And yes, they got eyeballs in the spade pips, and in all the pips, I should say. In the back, you see the back design, which is zombie motorcyclists, basically. This one's got a standard USB-C seal. This one's got custom seal, which has that same hand grasping a spade pip. We're going to the bicycle one first. Standard stuff on the flaps, basically, trademark stuff. And it says on here, the gang, everyone is dying to get in. That's kind of funny. Although I think it would say, the gang, everyone is dying to get in to. Whatever. And here we got the Home Run logo with a baseball. Homerun Games. And then on this side, you got a kind of a skeleton crown, which is interesting. Get into the cards. First of all, you do get an ad card that is autographed, and there is hearts on there, 2 different hearts. And it says Zombie Riders and a skull, of course. This one looks like it's got some kind of odor coming off it or something, and this one's just dripping blood or something. The back design, not bad. The borders top and bottom look a little bit thick. Probably could have been designed a little bit better to be proportionate with the rest of the borders, but otherwise not bad. What you see is a zombie head, and in the corners you got what looks like a motorcycle engine and lightning bolts and just all sorts of stuff going on in there. Pretty cool. You do get a double backer as well. Jokers. You get this one, which is funny. It's got your standard US logo, but it's different. Looks like it was hand drawn. It says Joker. And you see a couple of guys hanging off the side of a motorcycle doing a stunt. And then another one standing on top of his shoulders. And he's holding on to his intestines, by the way. And they're zombies, and it's just funny. He's got his intestine sticking out of his belly and he's hanging onto it. And they're just doing this crazy stunt on their motorcycle. It's hilarious, in my opinion. And then the other one, you got some gangster type zombie guy. His flesh is falling off his body. He's got a skull on the front of his motorcycle. Looks like he's not wearing any pants. And then the rest is just standard Joker stuff. The Ace of Spades says Zombie Riders. You got that same detached hand grasping the spade pip. Inside the spade pip, a motorcycle, a Harley, it looks like. It's kind of cool. And it says the US Playing Card Company, Made in USA on the bottom. Zombie Riders on top. Custom index and whatnot, and font. Here's the Ace of Hearts. This is what all the hearts look like. They got an eyeball in it. and it's kind of lightning bolts and whatever on the bottom. Actually, that's a spark plug on the bottom. Almost looks like a spade pip, and actually I got it upside down. It's a spark plug and it's sparking, but it almost looks like a spade if you do it this way. Ace of clubs. It's 3 skulls. Kind of cool. And the ace of diamonds. Again, a couple of skulls. Again, it looks like a motorcycle engine with skulls on it. And I'll get this over here. Quote cards are pretty interesting. And they're different from one side to the other, so we'll go through this. The first one, you look at it, and you see a gangster type dude, and he's got fairly standard crown. You turn it around the other side, you'll see he's jamming a sword through this other guy's mouth right out his head, and he's got that skeleton type crown. Just pretty cool. Here we got a biker again on his bike. It's Harley riding around. Looks like he's smoking. You turn it around, and you see this guy is a zombie version of him, and he's got somebody's arm in his mouth. Or, yeah, it's an arm. Here we got a chick with a gun. Turn it around, it's a zombie, and she's got a hole in her head. She got shot in the head. They're hilarious. Another guy on a motorcycle, a fairly standard motorcycle. You turn it around and you see a zombie riding around on a skeleton motorcycle, and he's got a knife in the back of his head. I think these are, funny, the difference. And he's even got a head on the end of his motorcycle. Here's a cool looking chick with a skull on there. Turn it around and she's zombified. Another king, looking pretty strong. You turn it around, and he's a zombie king, missing a nose, and who knows what else. He's got some flesh wounds. So here we got a guy with an axe. You can probably guess where this is taking you. And then here, turn around, you got a zombie guy. He's got the axe in the back of in his back, and then he's got somebody's head in his hand. He's chopped off somebody's head. Then you got this guy, a big head. You turn it around, it's a freaky zombie. And you can see that practically looks like they're sewn together, stitched together, I should say. Here's another chick. She's got a little knife. And you turn it around and she's a zombie with a knife. I also noticed they're both missing an arm. Same arm. Then we got a chick with blood dripping from her head and her hand, and she's holding a gun. You turn it around and it's a zombie chick. She's holding her intestines that she's pulled out of her stomach, and she's also holding her heart in her other hand. Then you got some big old dude with a big beer belly. He's got a couple of axes. You turn it around and you see this guy is missing part of his arm, and he's got an axe in his head. Just freaking hilarious in my opinion. And then you got this guy. He's pointing a gun at his head, which is fitting because it's a Suicide King, and it says Chaos or something tattooed on his arm. You turn it around and it's a zombie who shot himself in the head, and he's got something flying out the other side there, the bullet or whatever, the brains, what's left of them. I think those court cards are awesome. I like them, in my opinion. Now the pips, the diamonds, like I said, they all look the same. I really don't like that. It just, I don't know. It doesn't. I like it when pips are custom and they got intricate details in them and whatnot. But when you stick a motorcycle engine in it, it just looks off, in my opinion. You may agree, disagree. The spades, however, look really nice. That's what I like in a custom pip. You'll notice the pips in the indexes of these cards got eyeballs on them, just like I showed you on the box. And then we'll look at the hearts. Again, not a huge fan of the hearts, and I'm not sure why they did this at the 10s, but instead of putting the pip in the middle here between these other 4 pips, they put it down here, and it looks a little bit off in my opinion, again. And then we got clubs in here somewhere. The clubs, the tri-skull, we'll call it. So anyways, you got the tri-skull, as I was saying. And that's what you get with the cards. Like I said, the hearts and the diamonds, to me, a little bit off. I do like the clubs and the spades. You get the magic finish, as it says, bicycle stock. I got no complaints of handling or anything like that. Handle is fairly good. That being said, I haven't used it a whole lot, but it is what you would expect out of a bicycle deck. Oh, is that cool or what? I got 3 aces all in a row. That's weird. I'll separate those up. Anyways, that's what you get with that one. Bicycle deck, basically. Can't go wrong. If you like skulls or zombies, this one's for you. And the court cards, like I said, I like the court cards. The spades and the clubs are not bad. The hearts and the diamonds, I'm a little bit undecided on. Then we got this one. This is the Unbranded. It's not a USB-C. On the flap, kind of the same thing. The gang, everyone is dying to get in. And then you got diamond, club, and heart pips. And then the spade is kind of on the seal, so it's not necessary. Same thing on the flap here with that Homerun logo and the crown. I found the cards are a little bit hard to get out of the box at first, but whatever. You do get the same ad card, and it does have a signature on there, but it's extremely difficult to read it. And again, the 2 hearts says Zombie Riders, and the same back design. And I think, yeah, I had a little bit of damage on the ad cards, but not a big deal. You also get a double backer. This side is good. This side, not quite centered properly. The hell. But anyways, you get the same pips and everything. Everything is the same. You get this same Joker. Court cards are the same. And I like that they did the spades and the clubs. They got like a white border around it, so they're the same color instead of being white pips or anything like that. Although it almost looks like they're too close together. Anyways, all those are the same. One difference, for some reason, is this Joker is different. It's a skull, and then it's got wrenches instead of crossbones, and it says Joker on top and Joker in the corners. And that's that. And I think, yeah, and this one, again, it just says Joker on the side instead of US, because it's not USB-C. The rest is the same. Exactly the same. And it does have a bit of a linen finish. A decent stock. And they handle not too badly. They're a little bit stiff, but not bad. And that is that. Oh, do they fan? Somewhat. And then we got the mini deck, which is the same thing as the big one. Even has the same seal on it. And it had cellophane on it on the outside, which I was a little bit surprised with, because mini decks really don't. And everything else, ad card, double backer, is the same. Borders are pretty thick compared to the other ones. But everything else is the same. I don't think it fans that great. And one thing I was noticing is I was having Actually, shuffle's not too bad, but I was having a little bit of difficulty shuffling it. But anyways, I apologize if this is a little bit long. That is the Zombie Riders. Actually, you can probably get these at HomerunGames.com. And I will see you next time.